The Beatles' final photo shoot, behind the lens of their last iconic session. Beatles' last shooting took place on Friday, August 22nd, 1969, just days after their last recording session for I Want You, She's So Heavy, at John and Yoko's home in Tittenhurst Park, 2 days after their last recording session together. Photographers Ethan Russell and Monty Fresco were commissioned for the session, with the band's assistant Mal Evans also contributing some photos. Paul McCartney's wife, Linda, who was pregnant at the time, was present and captured footage with Paul's 16mm camera, alongside Yoko Ono, Apple Corps press officer Derek Taylor, Paul McCartney's beloved sheepdog Martha, and 2 donkeys that Lennon and Ono kept on their property. Some low-quality film footage was also shot, some of which is thought to have been shown on the BBC 2 Arts program Late Night Lineup on the 19th of September 1969, during an Abbey Road special. The resulting photographs were used on the cover of Hey Jude, originally titled The Beatles Again, a 1970 compilation of non-album singles and B-sides. One of the images from this session was also featured in the glass above the door on the album cover. This photo shoot marked the last time all 4 Beatles were together for band-related activities, with their subsequent meetings being limited to business matters. Ethan Russell reflects on the final photo shoot of the Beatles, describing George Harrison as visibly displeased throughout the session. George Harrison was miserable from frame 1 to frame 500. He was so over it, I don't think he did anything but scowl for 3 hours. Russell also notes Paul McCartney's attempt to maintain a sense of unity. Paul was trying to hold it together. He adds, he had his arms crossed like, come on lads. But the concept of the Beatles just didn't sync with who they were anymore. I could have asked them to smile, but it would have been totally fake, and I'm glad I didn't. This marriage had come to an end. And boy does it show. Paul McCartney reflected on this final photo shoot, commenting, Linda filmed some 16mm footage on my camera. That turned out to be the last film taken. George later recalled the circumstances of the shoot. They were filming us having a row. It never came to blows, but I thought, what's the point of this? I'm quite capable of being relatively happy on my own, and I'm not able to be happy in this situation. I'm getting out of here. Everybody had gone through that. Ringo had left at one point. I know John wanted out. It was a very, very difficult, stressful time, and being filmed having a row as well was terrible. I got up and I thought, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm out of here. So I got my guitar and went home, and that afternoon wrote Wah Wah. It became stifling, so that although this new album was supposed to break away from that type of recording, we were going back to playing live. It was still very much that kind of situation where he already had in his mind what he wanted. Paul wanted nobody to play on his songs until he decided how it should go. For me, it was like, what am I doing here? This is painful. Ringo Starr also shared his perspective on the day, stating, it was just a photo session. I wasn't there thinking, okay, this is the last photo session. These reflections underscore the unassuming nature of what would become a significant historical moment, highlighting the blend of everyday routine and profound finality that characterized the Beatles' last days together.